Hello, welcome to my literary corner. My name's Kyle. I was part of the Duffy Books Theatre Company this year. I was playing Duffy, and as you know, everyone kind of had to go home. So we're not able to bring the shows out to schools at the moment, so Duffy thought it'd be a great idea if we read books with you guys, just keep our minds active. Hope you guys are reading at home yourselves anyway. So today I thought we would read together Tabby McTat by Julia Donaldson and Axel Scheffler, by the creators of The Gruffalo, if any of you have read that. I'm quite excited about this one because I'm quite fond of cats myself. So without further ado, I reckon we get into it. Thank you, Scholastic, for providing the books for us to read. Tabby McTat. Tabby McTat was a busker's cat, with a meow that was loud and strong. The two of them sang of this and that, and people threw coins in the old checked hat, and this was their favourite song. Me, you, and the old guitar, how perfectly, perfectly happy we are. Me, you, and the old guitar, how perfectly happy we are. Look at them. There's them busking down here. There's the old checkered hat on the ground there. Wish I had a cat that could sing. One morning, while Fred ate some bacon and bread, McTat took a stroll round the block. Then stopped, for there on a doorstep sat a gorgeously glossy and green-eyed cat. She was black with one snowy white sock. There's Fred, and there's the cats. Sock and McTat had a cat-to-cat chat, and that's how their story began. For while they were chatting of this and of that, a thief had his eye on the old checked hat. He eyed it, he snatched it, he ran. Look, stealing the old checked hat. The busker gave chase, but he tripped on a lace, and crash, in a flash, he was down. He broke his leg, and he banged his head, and he ended up in a hospital bed in a faraway part of town. Oh, he tried to chase the busker, but he hurt himself. Oh, I hope he manages to go back and find McTat. He's left all by himself. Goodbye, McTat said. I must get back to Fred. But where had the busker gone? Oh, he's come back to look for the busker, but he's all gone. Can you see him? He's all sad down the bottom there. The sun went down and the sky grew black. The stars came out, but he didn't come back. McTat lingered on and on. Waited all night. A week later, Sock took a stroll round the block and found her new friend looking thin. He's gone off and left me, said Tabby McTat. Then Sock said, my people, Prunella and Pat, would gladly find room for a fine tabby cat. At least he's got a friend. Oh, look at him. He hasn't been eating. He's all sad. She was right, and they took McTat in. Oh, they do look like nice people, don't they? At least he's got somewhere to go. Next morning, old Fred left his hospital bed and found his way back to the square. But a brass band stood where the pair once sat, and the band played this, and the band played that, and Fred looked all round for his loud meowed cat, but Tabby McTat wasn't there. Oh, sad they're looking for each other. It's a bit sad, isn't it? Now McTat had a wife and a very full life with plenty of things to do. Like washing Prunella, there, washing Prunella, and pouncing on Pat, hiding the car keys under the mat. Ugh, cats are cheeky, aren't they? Very mischievous. Keeping the newspapers nice and flat, rolling around on them, and giving the pens an occasional bat. Not getting enough attention, eh? And nibbling this and nibbling that. But he dreamed of his friend with the old checked hat, and he always woke up with a mew. He does seem happy, but he misses his old friend, doesn't he? And often he said, "What's happened to Fred?" And his paws took him back to the square. But a conjurer stood where the pair once sat, and he pulled out this, and he pulled out that, and people threw coins in the tall black hat, but the busker was never there. There's the conjurer there, you see him? You know what a conjurer is? It's like a magician. Pulling our rabbit out of a hat there, making the dove fly away. I quite like magicians, they're quite clever, aren't they? One morning, Sock said, "Look under the bed and see the 3 kittens I've had." Oh, some kittens under the bed. And Swamis looked like this, and Susan looked like that, and the littlest kitten called Samuel Spratt looked exactly the same as his dad. Look at these 2 black and white kitties, and one that looks just like Tabby McTat. The 3 kittens grew and they learned how to mew, and McTat sometimes sang them his song. And Samuel Spratt, with his tabby grey fur, had a deafening meow and a very loud purr, and he simply loved singing along. Me, you and the old guitar, how perfectly, perfectly happy we are. Me, you and the old guitar, how perfectly happy we are. Them all singing along. Seems Samuel Spratt's taking over Tabby McTat. Like singing and meowing loudly. When Susan and Swamis found very good homes, their parents were happy and proud. There was one home like this. There was one home like that. On a farm with some chickens. But nobody wanted poor Samuel Spratt. They all said his voice is too loud. Now Tabby McTat was a home-loving cat, but he couldn't stop dreaming of Fred. And one day he called for his wife and his son, and he told them, "There's something that has to be done. I must go and find him," he said. Here he is, talking to his family. So up and down and all over town he wandered a whole week long. A week? He's searching for a whole week by himself. For many a morning and afternoon, by the light of the sun and the light of the moon, till he heard a familiar song. See, he's all hunting. If you look very carefully, you can see Samuel Spratt, the cheeky little cat, is following his dad everywhere. Do you think he's found the busker? Just me and the old guitar. If I had a cat, I'd be happier far. Just me and the old guitar. With my cat, I'd be happier far. Looks like he's found his friend Fred, and Fred's singing a new song because he doesn't have a cat, because it's just him now. Oh, he found him. It's Tabby McTat. It's my long-lost cat. Old Fred was ecstatically glad. Then the 2 of them sang of this and that, and people threw coins in the new checked hat. They're back together and singing again. But why did McTat feel sad? He was missing his wife and his comfortable life and the dozens of things to do, like washing Prunella and pouncing on Pat and hiding the car keys under the mat, keeping the newspapers nice and flat, and giving the pens an occasional bat. But how could he tell the busker that? Oh, he's missing his new family. Oh. Then out from a shadow sprang Samuel Spratt. "Oh, please let me be the busker's cat," he said with his deafening mew. Look, there's Samuel Spratt. He wants to be the new busker's cat. Now Samuel Spratt is the busker's cat, with a meow that is loud and strong. The 2 of them sing of this and that, though Samuel sings just a little bit flat. And people throw coins in the old checked hat, and this is their favourite song. Me, you and the old guitar, how perfectly, perfectly happy we are. Me, you and the old guitar, how perfectly happy we are. Look, oh, I'm glad everyone's ended up happy. Now the busker's got a cat, Samuel Spratt gets to go and sing with the busker, and Tabby McTat gets to go home to his wife. Oh, look at that. Nice picture of them hugging right at the very end. Oh, that's nice. Well, that's Tabby McTat, the busker's cat. Thank you guys for coming along and reading. If you've got this one at home, you guys should read it yourselves as well. It is a fun book, isn't it? Again, I quite like cats. I'm not allowed a cat at home, and now I want one. Thank you guys for coming along and reading with me, and see you guys later.